Hey, you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tawana. This is my official podcast. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share it to someone. Let them know that we are here, y'all. Let's get ready to get into the message. Hey, you guys, and welcome to Grace and Guided. This is a faith-based podcast where everything we talk about leads us closer to Jesus. My name is Tawana, and I am simply here to inspire, encourage, and motivate you to pursue your God-given purpose by uniquely being you. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I do pray that you are blessed and encouraged as we learn what it means to be graced and guided. Hey, you guys, and welcome back to Grace and Guided. My name is Tawana. Thank you so much for joining and being here. All those that's been rocking with me, welcome back another week, y'all. For everyone that's just joining in and just tuning in with me, just finding me, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. I pray that y'all are blessed as we go through this. Y'all, but this one of them episodes where I'm just going to talk my heart and just talk what's on my mind. Amen. Let's get into it. Okay, so I named this The Pressures of Parenting, right? I'm about to insert a little clip that I was getting ready to record and my daughter was walking past and I had already told my baby I'm finna talk about them. I asked her if she wanted to be on with me. She said no. So I had already started recording and my oldest was walking past. So I'm finna insert that little clip of her that when I asked her if she wanted to be in it, she said no. So listen at this, y'all. Y'all little kids. I'm finna talk about y'all. You know, y'all done worked my absolute last nerve.
Like the struggle of having kids.
Oh, the struggle of having kids. Now I'm gonna name it The Pressures of Being a Parent. The Pressures of Parenting. You wanna be on this episode with me? Come on, be a guest speaker. I already asked Jazz. Y'all gonna be a guest speaker. And y'all come on, get y'all. But I need y'all to get y'all perspective too, because I'm gonna talk about y'all. Y'all have absolutely worked my nerve this week, especially you. Don't love me nothing. You don't want to be on it, you show? Shoot. Who these doggone kids? So yeah, I let them know they worked my absolute nerve this week. Like I can't say I don't understand, because I do understand, but this is irritating. This is irritating, this annoying, and it makes you question a lot of stuff. I have actually, and I'm just be real with y'all, I questioned a lot of stuff this week. That oldest one, and I don't say this, y'all. I ain't talking about my kids. I am talking about my kids. I ain't finna try to even take up for them right now because I'm really still want to punch them both in the throat. But I love my kids. Like, if y'all know me, y'all know I love my kids. So, but I'm having a moment right now, and this is a real moment. And it's a real moment. Like, I don't like them right now. So, I was having a moment earlier. Well, I think it was yesterday. Either yesterday or Friday. No, it was yesterday. Where some comments was made. I'm gonna debate as I go through this if I should say what was really said. But I was having to question a lot of stuff. Like, I'm really going back in my mind about me as a parent, not questioning my parenting, but more so questioning the reasons I choose to live, the reasons I do what I do. If you've been listening to me, you've heard me, you know I talk about my kids a lot, and I always say I live for my kids, and I truly do. But these little wenches made me question that this week. Like, it ain't even just this week. It's the whole course of 2023. If I have to name this a year, if I have to give 2023 a name, it'll be something about my kids. It would be something about my children this year because listen, put it like this. Christmas is canceled, okay? They got Christmas canceled in August, okay? Christmas over with. I'm not putting up a decoration. I'm not buying a tree or putting up the decorations. I'm not getting out a gift. The Christmas as they've known it all their lives is over with. Christmas was canceled in August. But stuff is still kind of happening. It's making me like, I'm so happy. I'm not out here spending money just to, for what? For what? So this was one of the first time I had this particular thought, and I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. My oldest daughter said something to me. And I'm not gonna say fully what, because she really is just, she's really taking me through the most this year. I ain't gonna say everything what she done did and what has happened and transpired. But you know, the teenage stage, and they saying stuff, think they know everything, then they smarter than you know, just doing the most. So she made a comment yesterday. And when I tell you, for the first time, I've questioned, when I say the reasons why I live, it's really coming down to, I almost like regret making the decisions I make for my children. Like when I said, and I told them this yesterday, I said, y'all know, I told God to not take me. I asked him to not take me until y'all was at least 25 years old. If y'all been listening to me, y'all know I said, I've never said it to them, because that's my prayer to the Lord. I really feel like once they get 25 years old, I think they will be at a place, not that they won't never still need me, but I believe they will be able, be mature enough. They would have been able to been on their own enough, whether they in the house or not, but that they would have had an opportunity to kind of learn things on their own, be out there, you know, get to a point where they can start, where they can function without me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it won't still be hard, but they can function without me. They'll be on their own 2 feet. And I believe that just, I don't know, I just feel like 25 is a good age for them. And then they'll have each other. You know, Tia be 28, Jazz will be 25. So that's what I'm saying. Like when they both turn 25, at least Jazz turned 25. But I told them yesterday, for the first, I said, you know what, the way y'all making me feel right now, I don't, and I have never felt like this. I've never ever felt like this. But yesterday, I said, I'm gonna be honest, the way y'all making me feel right now, I don't have a reason. The reason I live and go so hard is for y'all too. At this moment, God could take me right now. Like, and I'm so serious. Like, I'm still serious to today. We had actually a good day today, but I'm still serious to today. Like in my mind, I'm like, Lord, I was holding on to my life. Me, and I'm not saying, and again, understand me where I'm at in this moment. I know I have a greater purpose, and I know my purpose is greater than even my children. It's not about them. You know, God used me to bring them in this earth. He got great plans for their life. But as a mom, as dealing with rebellious children in this world, and then trying to raise them in this electronic world we're living in, these kids something else. Like I just got to the point to myself where I was like, Lord, if I die today or tomorrow, because I told my kids, I said, y'all know where I'm going. I know I'm going to heaven. I'm not worried about y'all. I'm really not. You know, I was always. That's why, again, I'm saying to say 25 days. My kids don't got nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? And I know there are people that I can, you know, that will help and assist with the girls, but there's nobody's responsibility but mine. So they don't really have a lot of options. And I had to really bring that to their attention yesterday. Like, where y'all gonna go if something happens to me? If I was to die today or tomorrow, what is really gonna happen to y'all? Where are y'all gonna go? Nobody had an answer. And I'm starting to feel like I'm just reevaluating my life. That's how deep these kids got me. That's the pressure that they putting on me and where I'm just at mentally. And I'm just being 100% real. No matter, I try not to talk about this stuff when I'm going through it, but I couldn't, every time I, like for this episode, I kept trying to think, okay, what I'm talking about, nothing kept coming to me. I couldn't think of nothing else, but was weighing heavy on me this week because my baby did something earlier in the week. And they've been just weighing on me even today at church, I had to, at the end of the service, they do altar call, whatever. I do the media at church. So I was in the back, and the guy that I do it with, he went to the bathroom. So I couldn't leave because we stream live. So I had to do the end stuff, but I wanted to go to the altar. So I had to wait till he come back. As soon as he came back, church was over with, but they'll still stay at the altar if you need help. I got ran straight off that back, grabbed my oldest because I make her sit in service with me. I don't let her go in the back with the teens. She's old enough. She need to be in service. So she sits in service, to pay attention. I went and snatched her up, took her straight to the altar. We get to the altar, and the elder that prayed for her, like, she knows me, but she haven't really talked to my oldest daughter, so she don't really know her like that. But she asked her why she up here, and then she was like, because my mama put me up here, and then she looked at me, and I just kind of looked at her, the elder, and we looked at it, and she said, and she didn't ask me nothing. When I tell you everything that I felt about my oldest and what was irritating me about her, she said it to her. I said, I wasn't number God. Because it was like, God, you hear my heart. You see what I'm going through. And she said it to her. I was like, anyways, what I'm saying is I'm just these kids, man. These kids, they ungrateful. Okay. Let's start there. Ungrateful for real. For real. And it bothers me because I'm just like, I try so hard to not only just give my kids a life I never had. First of all, I'm not my mom. So my kids will never be raised the way my mom raised me. I'm not her. I have a lot of her ways, but I'm not her. I don't have the lifestyle she had. I don't do the things she did. I don't have people around me the way she had them. I'm just not who she is. Whether I had kids or not, I would never be in an environment that my mom had me in. That's just not who I am as a person. So I'm not trying in that sense to not be her, but who I am, I just don't live the life she lived when I was growing up. So for that reason, my kids will never experience that. What I mean, babe, my mom was a drug dealer. Okay, my mama was pimp. Okay, I don't know if I told y'all, but she used to sell. She was with a woman. She's always been with a woman since I was 13 years old. Her and my dad split. She got with a woman. And I know she was when I say a pimp, like literally my mama, she crazy. Like she had women literally making money for her. And this ain't to put nobody business out, but it's my life. It's my story. It's what I went through. So when anybody get the bump of their gums about you put my business, well, you don't want your kids to talk about what you do, don't do it in front of them. We was selling, my mama was selling condoms. She was selling cigarettes, selling crack, selling weed, selling dinner plates, doing hair. Like the lady is an entrepreneur. If I never seen one, that's why I know I'm a hustler the way I am because of my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like she is the epitome of entrepreneur. If you look up entrepreneur, put her name, her face in there. My mama just don't have business skills. She don't have business skills. She don't have money skills. That's why she never really went anywhere with it. The lady decorates. She got creative skills. She got Jesus. I love my mom, but I can't stand my mom. Hey, I don't like that lady. I don't. And there's a lot of other reason. And one day I'm gonna try to talk about that without the I don't know. I'm gonna talk about it, but right now it's still stuff happening with her. It's just like she just irks my skin simply because see, I can't say what I like talking about. So I ain't gonna talk about it. But anyways, my mom is very creative. My mom have a lot of skills and a lot of talents. She just don't have the business skills and the financial literacy skills to be able to go anywhere with the businesses that she have and the creative things that she do. And I hate that for her because she can really be somebody absolutely amazing when she get this right. She her mind right, she can do all of these things. But anyways, what I'm saying is my children do not have to grow up in what I grew up in. My children don't have to worry about the things not that I had to worry about, but things that I was around growing up. So they would never have to be in that environment. So what I was going to say was I don't want to I want to raise them better than I was raised and provide for them an environment and a setting and being able to get them to graduate them with high honors, and they go where they want to go in life, and just really support them along this journey. But a part of me just kind of feel like I'm doing too much. You know, your kids ever make you feel like you're doing too much? Like maybe I'm trying to do too much. Maybe I'm fighting too hard to make sure y'all have what I did not have. Maybe I need to fall back. And that's where I'm at. And that's what I'm going to do, because I don't think I shared this either. Over the summer, I ended up having to move. Okay. I was in a 3-bed, 3-bath house, which financially it was eating up everything I had with trying to take care of everything and pay for everything. So I ended up downgrading and downsizing, to where we are now. But my whole goal to come here was just to be able to save enough money to get what I need to pay off my car, and then be able to get us a house. Where I'm at now, like, I don't care about getting no house for what. It's really for my kids. Like, it's really, I'm good where we're at. Like, we are comfortable. Like, I mean, we could probably use a little more space, but I'm so okay. And when I say everything cheap over here, everything cheap. Like, I'm paying what I was paying in rent where I just came from. What I pay, including all utilities and even my car insurance, is in that one payment. So trust me, I'm good. Like, I'm not in a rush to leave from over here. But my goal, my mindset was be here for maybe a year, even 2 if I have to, and then get a house, then get a house. I don't think I want to do that. I don't have the strength or what I had before, because it was really for my kids. It was really to give them a space. It was really to give them, man, these kids is ungrateful. If you know my kids, you know they are the most loving kids you'll meet. They're good behavior kids. I'm not saying my children are very good. They're good kids. Anybody come around them, anybody talk to them, anybody, you're going to love them. Like, they are some lovable kids. They are good kids. But as a mom, I see them different. As a mom, I get treated different. As a mom, I'm nobody will know what I go through with my children, because you're not me, not even a dad. Okay. He would never understand what I deal with as a parent raising 2 girls. He just would never understand it. So where I'm at with it, it's just like, I'm just really evaluating and reevaluating a lot of decisions I've made, reevaluating a lot of things I want to do with them, things I'm trying to do with them. Yeah. I don't think so. I'm not finna keep busting my tail and doing things that I don't necessarily have to do, because as long as I'm providing food, shelter, transportation, make sure you gotta ride to school, all the other stuff I do, that's extra. And that's what these kids don't realize. So what happened was, they had over the Thanksgiving break, one of my friends had asked them to babysit, and they got their little couple dollars, and I didn't ask them for anything, but I made a comment to them yesterday, was like, mind you, it's been over a week, and I ain't saying nothing about the little money, but I always tell them, because I get them allowance every Friday, right? I told them, when y'all get your allowance, 10% go to your tithe, 10% go to savings account. Start putting your little money up. Ask me how they did it, because I'm not going to run behind you and tell you how to do it, show you. I've showed you what to do. You got the tools. You got what you need necessary to do it. It's on you. You do it or not. We're not going to make you and force you to do it, but that's my suggestion. 10% go to your tithes and 10% go to savings. Save up for something in case you want to get something. You don't just spend all your little money. Well, I made a comment yesterday about, okay, y'all, so I know y'all got your little money. I ain't saying nothing to y'all about it. But when was anybody going to offer, mommy, do you need anything for the house? Like, is anything we get? I don't need y'all pay none of these bills. I don't need none of that. But everybody use household products. We use tissue, toothpaste, soap, deodorants, everything. When I go get deodorants, I literally get like 10 at a time. You know what I'm saying? Everything I buy in a bulk, so that we have more than enough. But I think they just, I don't know. These kids just think because you got it that, oh, it's nothing. So the comment was made to me yesterday. Well, it's not our fault you got two kids. It ain't our responsibility you got two kids. Ah, ah, ah. What? You're right. No, it's not your fault that I have two children. It's not your fault, child of mine, that I have two children. And I'm not asking you to take on the burden of having two children. What I am trying to get you to see, and I'm trying to help you understand, is that anytime in life, at this point, you're not 8 years old, you're not 5 years old, you guys are teenagers going into adulthood. At this point in your life, it would never be a time that you get money and 100% money is yours. You got to pay your way, little girl. You got to contribute in some type of way. And it's a mindset I'm trying to get you to understand, that everything ain't just to keep. You don't just go splurge all your money the moment you get it. You have to, you know what I'm saying, help out and then be considerate. That's what I'm saying. I just want you to be considerate. That yes, I do buy these things, but come on now, you can't help me out. You can't. I said, listen, we ain't rocking around here rich. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all see the struggles and what I got going on and the things that I'm doing, and I make look very easy because I don't complain about nothing and I take care of everything, and y'all ain't went without at all ever. But it was just the fact of like, it ain't our fault, blah, blah. No, it's not your fault, child. It's not your fault. And I never asked you to be a mom. It's not what I asked you to be. I asked you to be considerate. I asked you to stop being selfish. I asked you to just throw a couple dollars. Hey, mom, get some tissue or get this. Trying to make you aware of this. Again, this ain't the first time we've had this conversation. That is the first time that comment was made, though. And that's what made me start realizing, like, yeah, I'm going to stop doing all that I do. I'm going to stop doing all that I do. Because I go over and beyond. I go over and beyond. For what? For what? For what? It ain't about love. I love my kids. I will always be there. But somewhere we done got wires crossed. Somewhere we done got this thing twisted as if I'm just gonna just be getting played like a fool around here. And y'all just sitting back, just sucking up all my resources. So I took them to the mall today because that was the plan, to go to the mall today, let them go get whatever they wanted to get. But I also made the comment yesterday about put a couple dollars aside so we can go to the store, y'all get with some household stuff. We go to the store, they go in the store, and I tell them, like, y'all go ahead and, what I'm saying, get what y'all think we need. I'm not gonna go in there with y'all. Let them go get. I just said, give me a couple gallons of water. I gave them money to go give me a couple gallons of water. And y'all get what y'all think we need from the household. Some was happening with the card or whatever went out. So I had to end up going in the store. They picked out no more than 5 or 6 items. The total came out to $86. I said, what did y'all buy for $86? Like, what is 86? So I goes in there and I'm looking. They got, when I say they grabbed the most expensive everything, and to me, it was just like I told them when I got done, because I ended up evening it and bringing it down to where they only spent $20 a piece. But I was like, y'all, this is what I'm talking about. Like, y'all don't pay attention to price of none of this. Y'all have no idea what I spend when I come to the store and have to buy certain things that we need on a daily. Because y'all don't think about it. Why? Because you just use it and then, mommy, we need this. Oh, mommy, we need that. Mommy, we need this. And I just go get it and make it happen. I don't think twice about buying it. Y'all got to spend y'all own little kind of money, and y'all almost having a heart attack because y'all about to spend almost $45 a piece to get this stuff. I said, I hope this was a good reality check for you to realize part of it is stop using up everything like it's just going out of style. Be conscious of the way y'all use products in this house, because I have to eventually go buy this stuff. Y'all understand that? Do y'all see that? So it's more of a like a lesson, but it was just like they don't understand. They don't, and not that I expect them to understand on my level, but this is what I'm trying to teach them and trying to show them. It's just more of the attitude behind it though. Like, and I'm like, I'll be wrong though, because y'all do get money every week. Okay. Y'all get allowance every week. So I would be wrong if I made y'all buy your own little stuff every time. You know what I'm saying? All your little personal stuff. It's just y'all. So That's just where I'm at. But what I'm saying was I'm just at the point where I'm reevaluating a lot of stuff because mentally, like I say, I was on some Lord don't keep me until my kids turn 25, blah blah blah. I'm really just at the point, Lord, whenever it's my time, it's my time. I'm not praying that you save me and keep me here longer than I'm supposed to. I'm really not. I'm really not. It ain't for a person. It ain't for these kids. It's really not. As much as I would love to be around, stick around, and be here till they get old and have their own families, and me, I would love to stick around for that. But Lord, if that's not your will, I'm not praying against it. I'm really not for what. Why I got to keep being mistreated and feeling like I'm everything I'm doing is for no reason, doing with some ungrateful kids. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. Like it's beyond. It's to the point where it's just disrespectful. I tell y'all don't do certain things on the phones. It's to the point where I had to delete the whole app store off the phones because of y'all steady downloading stuff y'all ain't supposed to be downloading. Again, granted, it's going to happen, but it's going to be corrected. That's what it comes down to. Is I'm going to correct it, but it's just this world we live in. I understand they deal with a lot, but I don't know. I don't know how to besides prayer, of course, I don't know how to revert this and not feel the way I feel because ain't nothing to change my mind and change my heart on how I feel right now. But I don't know how to conquer this feeling without feeling I'm not gonna say without feeling bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm just my feelings is hurt. But I don't know how to I don't know the right way to feel and be real. I don't want to say I feel some type of way. I really don't feel like that. Like they really irritated me. Like I'm really frustrated with both of them, like completely. You know what I'm saying? Like we end up having a good day today, but I'm still very much irritated because I'm just like, I do too much. I do too much. I do too much for my kids. And sometimes I feel because we don't have nobody else around, I don't have family around. I don't have nobody up that comes snatch them up. I thank God for the few friends that is coming around now and being able to like get them for me or they, be wanting to go over their house and they, I have a handful of people that they can go with, but because I just feel like because I don't really have family around or somebody else to help me kind of raise them in a sense. It's like I'm just everything. Then, okay, you got family members that sits around them and talk about you to them. Like that's another thing. That's why you gotta be careful on who your kids is around. This is and let me just say it. Like with my mom, that's why I don't fool my mama. My mama sits around talk about me to my kids at least to my oldest. She's always done it. You know what I'm saying? To the point of trying to turn her against me. And I've had to continue to remind my oldest daughter, like, baby, you see me. Okay. You live with me. You know who I am. Don't ever let nobody manipulate you and change your mindset about me when you see me. Nobody needs to tell you who I am. You see who I am. If anybody can talk about me, it's my children. If anybody can give a testimony on who my mom is or who I am, it's my kids talking about me as their mom. Nobody else have an opinion about me. At least no opinion that I care about. Because nobody can really give a true statement and or a um nobody can really talk about me in no other way that's real besides my kids. So, but you have adults, okay, that would sit around and plant seeds in my kids, trying to get them to turn against me. And this is what's been happening all my life. So part of the battles I deal with my oldest is that I'm dealing with this mindset of hers because somebody then empowered her. Okay. Somebody empowered her and made her feel like she could rise up at me. You know, that's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm dealing with. And that's the frustrating part about it because it's like I want to be real on how I feel, but I don't want to be wrong in how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I still want to be pleasing to God and I want to be right as a parent, But the way I feel right now, y'all, like my kids is just frustrating me. They are absolutely frustrating me. I love my kids and I'm going to continue to provide and be there, but it's just really on a very basic and minimal level at this point. I don't care about getting no house. I'm for what? For what? It's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's a lot of other things. There's a few other things that I was working towards that I'm finna try, was gonna try to do for them. Cause y'all have really taken me for a spin this year. Y'all have really done a number on me this year. Stuff I ain't don't even want to talk about. Still not going to talk about because it ain't appropriate. Nah, I ain't gonna say appropriate. It's just they still my kids, and I still have an obligation to protect them. I do understand that, so I'm not gonna say everything, but it's been some stuff that has happened in 2023. And at this point, I'm just kind of fed up with it. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with disrespect, fed up with the rebellion spirits. So mommy is just going to continue to be, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna continue to go hard because again, I know my purpose is bigger than my children. My purpose is bigger than what they take me through. It's bigger than that. And I know at the end of the day, I know what the enemy is behind it all. And that is what keeps my mind settled and stayed because I know it's not my kids. I know it's the enemy. They're being used, but I know at the end of the day, it's the enemy wanting to discourage, but I'm still going to hold them accountable. Like, y'all not finna get away. It's like you mess up and do stuff and you want to blame it on the devil. No, you're going to still be accountable. Matter of fact, they little friend, who calls me mom, who loves me, is my baby, love her to death. I fussed at her today because I go pick her up and bring her to church with us. She loved coming to church with us. I fussed at her today. I didn't do it in front of my kids. I pulled her to the side after church because I was really upset at her. And I told her I was mad at her. And she was like, "You're mad?" She called me mom. I said, "Mom, you're mad at me?" I said, "Yes, I'm mad at you. Come here." Because she be knowing what be going on and she don't say it. And I said, I'm not expecting you to tell on them. What I am feeling some type of way about is that you know what be going on and you be smiling and laughing in my face, knowing they not supposed to be doing some of the stuff they be doing, and you don't say nothing. She's like, well, she told me she said something to him, but she's like, she don't want them to be mad at her. And I said, I get that. And I'm not trying to bring you in the middle of it, but I am going to still hold you accountable for it because you know it's wrong. I said, well, don't entertain them with it then. You know they not supposed to be doing it. You don't entertain them with it. If you don't want to come tell on them, that's fine. But don't be a part of it too. Because you're going to be in just as much trouble. And I'm not going to pick you up no more and I'll be mad at you. And then we're not going to talk no more. I can't never do that to her. She's too precious. I would never not do that to her or never like ignore her or not pick her. I will always pick her up. That's she to me, she a white girl, y'all. That's my baby. And I feel like I have made an impact on this little girl life. Like she literally shed tears every time we pick her up and drop her off because she don't want to leave us. She was our neighbor. Matter of fact, where we was living at, she was our neighbor. She was at the house every day. When I say every day, when I cook dinner or cook whatever, she was eating plate too. You know, she just part of our family. So she will always be, but I did fuss at her and I held her accountable like these your friends. But I'm expecting you to be mature as well, and you need to speak up when it needs to be spoken up. Or you're not gonna come over no more. I am serious about that. You know, like I can't be dealing with three of y'all now. I already do my two now. I'm not gonna deal with you. Now I fuss at her about her grades and get on her. That's just how I am. But anyways, what I'm saying is I know the enemy is behind it all, but those who are doing what they not doing or not supposed to be doing gonna still be held accountable for it. There's gonna be consequences every single time. So anyways, y'all, thank y'all for listening. This is just again me just getting my thoughts out because parenting is hard. If you got teenagers, again, you ain't gonna feel none of this until they get to a point where you know they are influenced by their peers, until they are into the boys and just peer pressured into things, and that's when you start dealing with stuff. I've been dealing with, like I said, my oldest, this child, been taking me through since 2018, 19. Honestly, I've been going through a lot with her. Um, and that she's slowly coming around. But Y'all just keep me in prayer. Just keep me in prayer because this is the pressures of being a parent, especially a single parent. Okay, it's one thing when you have a two-parent household, especially if the father is active, if your both parents are active, praise God because you need that. Like you need that extra enforcement. I don't have that. I don't have that. And it's harder for me because then when daddy come in town, he's like the doggone super dad. I got to be the disciplinarian all the time and be the fussing about this and about that and then congratulate and do all this and all that. Then when he come around once a year. Then it's like, he get to be super dad when he come around, shopping, taking places, spend all this money on him. Cool. I love that for y'all. Continue to build that. But I still got to be the one to deal with, the foolishness. Anyway, that's just what I'm dealing with these kids. So I just want to encourage you as I encourage myself, y'all. The enemy at the end of the day wants to bring division, wants to destroy the relationship between you and your children. You got to keep God first. That I'm telling you, that's the only reason I'm staying sane. That's the only reason I'm staying sane. That's the only reason I ain't did nothing stupid. That's the only reason I ain't kicked both of them out my house. As much as I love my kids, the only reason I ain't put them out that door and say, go on, figure it out on your own. Get out of my house. Because I have a relationship with God. And I know it's wrong. And I know even in my emotions, even in my feelings, I got to have more grace for my kids and more mercy for my kids the same way God had for me. And that's why I said my kids is teaching me about mercy and grace. I said this on the episode like a month or two ago that my children are teaching me mercy and grace. If I didn't know how to give it, they are teaching it to me because I can't give up on them. I can't. Like what kind of foolishness? How can I do? I cannot do that. I cannot do that. You cannot do that. They are your responsibility. I know it's hard. It is hard. It is not easy. My kids have left me shedding tears plenty times because I'm frustrated. Because I can't, like, you can't control it. You have to manage it, but you just can't control them. You just have to manage them. You know what I'm saying? You can't control your feelings. You just have to manage them. And it's hard sometimes. So again, just want to, as I'm encouraging myself to encourage you to continue to pray for your children. Keep loving on them, you know, even when you don't want to, you know, keep doing it. I'm telling myself that right now. Keep loving on them. One day, and this is what I tell my kids. I said, one day I believe y'all gonna come back and be on some mommy. I get it now. Mommy. My mom used to always say, because my grandma used to always tell my mama, keep living. Just keep living. I get it now. But like I tell my oldest, I was never I wasn't rebellious. I did a lot, I had a smart mouth, but I wasn't just flat out gonna just disobey my mama when I know I'm not supposed to do something. Like I'm gonna try stuff because I just try stuff. Like I'm gonna go test it out I'm gonna see for myself, right? I'm gonna go try some if I want to. But I'm not, I wasn't just flat out rebellious. What I'm dealing with. And that's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm dealing with. Just flat out rebellion, like complete rebellion. So, um, learning to love them through their mistakes, learning to love them through their hard headedness, through their rebellion, and taking Jesus along the way with me because I can't do this by myself. I cannot do it without him. And after we went to the altar today, the elder that prayed for her gave me permission to call her and gave T permission to call her. And she told me, we're going to tag team this. And I received that. I say, amen. Amen. Don't be surprised if I call you tomorrow. Come pick up because I'm sure is. Anyways, y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. I pray you got something from my story and just know you're not alone. Again, y'all tell y'all I'm on this journey. I share my story and share a lot of what I go through because I want somebody to know you're not alone in your struggles with your children. You're not alone in what we go through as parents. You're not alone in the way you feel. Like these are real feelings I'm having. These are real emotions that I'm going through. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and act like I'm not. I'm feeling how I'm feeling. But through it all, I just want to continue to keep God first and just ask God to give me the patience to keep, being a mom and keep doing the good job that I'm doing because I know I'm doing a good job. I'm not perfect. I'm never gonna be perfect, but I know my kids have a life that I could only dream of. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't about material things, but the peace, the calmness, the just I mean it's small things, but it's enough to be like, yeah, y'all don't got nothing to complain about. Like really. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really don't got nothing to complain about. Let's be real. But anyways, I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. Pray you are blessed. Keep God first. Keep praying over your children, praying for them. And y'all, we gonna get through this. Keep praying for me. Keep me in prayer. Please put me in y'all prayer this week because I need prayer. I really do. This week I need prayer because my kids took me through one this week. Okay. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all leave me them reviews and 5 stars on the other platforms. Y'all already know what time it is. We'll be right back next week. Have a good one. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. All right, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in this week. I do pray that you got something and received on this week's episode. Y'all listen, make sure to follow my socials. Instagram, Kingdom Minded 23, and also Tawana Motivates on Instagram. And please, y'all, subscribe, like, comment if you are on YouTube, and make sure you go to my YouTube and follow me on YouTube. Again, thank y'all so much for joining this week. And y'all, we'll be back next week. Have a good one. Peace.